the young people think about many things about the future. Employment, peace and security, natural resource management, so much more. My question is, what is that one pressing issue in Africa that keeps you awake at night? Thank you.
Unfortunately, it is not just one. There are so many. But it's difficult. As I said earlier, you keep asking yourself. Now, let me start by saying, as young people growing up, and you said you ask yourselves many questions. And in fact, that's where it starts from. It's good to be asking yourself those questions. But keep also interrogating yourself and saying, if I were the one with the responsibility, if I were president, like you said, some of them want to be president, it's not a bad thing, but you have to be prepared to do the right thing. So then you interrogate yourself and say, if I were the one, how would I go about solving that problem? Don't just complain. Don't just criticize. Go beyond that and in you, have a discussion with yourself and say, well, but if I were the one responsible, in charge, I would do this about this problem. So the most challenging situation for me, as you asked me, is to say, what problems do my people have? What do we have to address? Before I go to the rest of the continent, I start with my own situation. And anyway, some of the situations here are similar to what happens in the rest of the continent. So the whole night I'm asking myself, how do we overcome these, some of them existential challenges? How do we, and it's not just about me also thinking I can be the one to address it. It's also about saying, how do we bring Rwandans to understand that each one of them has something to contribute to addressing Rwanda's problems, their own problems. But of course, the bigger challenge is with me, if I'm their leader, to be saying, yes, for the failures of the rest not thinking about what their responsibility and contribution to this is, they also, for them, they have the right to turn around and blame me for everything. So I'm primarily trying to make sure that we find a way of addressing the challenges we have. Poverty, well, you know, our history of division, and security, and so on and so forth. I can't, an individual, it doesn't matter how good you are, you cannot deliver on them without making everyone else contribute to that and understanding what the problem is and what can be done to address it. So that is my challenge every day. It's thinking, how do we, there are many problems, but how do we get together to make an impact on the outcomes we want to be as good as we want them. It's a general thing. It's not just one particular problem. You think about poverty alone. When there is security here, then there is divisive politics there, then there is dealing with the rest of the world, which is another problem of its own. You see, like in this country, Rwanda, with our history and so on and so forth. Rwanda is a small country. It's 14 million people, very small, geographically heavily, densely populated. But the amount of scrutiny and attention and actually injustice even brought to us by the rest of the world is incredible. So we have to deal with that as well. There are these big challenges of our own we have, then we have another big problem of how the rest of the world, the big powers, whom you would even think they should have no time to think about us. They should just be ignoring us as... but they really pay attention. And they pay attention for the wrong reasons. Because they want to dictate whether if you're going to walk, you start with your right foot or the left foot. If you're going to have your dinner, what food do you eat? And if you are going to choose leaders, they have their own list of leaders they want to see there. It's something we live with every day. It's a big challenge. So, my friend, the challenges are so many, but you are welcome to think about and aspire to be a president or prime minister, so that I'm not alone or prime minister is not alone in facing these global challenges.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I have never had problems of my sleep.
Yeah.
I think it's a blessing in a sense.
Exactly.
Great. Thank you so much. I think I'll take one.